So about a week ago, my 8-year-old Tesla with 160,000 miles on the clock stopped working basically completely, and there were some BMS errors on the screen, and then it wouldn't start. Well, anyway, it wouldn't start straight away, and the next day the screens didn't come on, but it would unlock, and the day after that it wouldn't even unlock. Not great. So I got it flatbedded over to Tesla, and it's been there for about a week or so, and they have diagnosed the problem. Lots of people thought it was the 12-volt battery. Turns out it isn't. No, unfortunately, it is the high voltage battery, the main one, the one that makes the car be a car. And yeah, so apparently what happened was the BMS, the battery management system, detected that there was a module in the battery pack that was self-discharging too quickly. So after it had charged up, it would lose charge without doing anything too rapidly. And the BMS identified this as a fault that could not be allowed to continue, and so basically shut down the high voltage pack, wouldn't engage the contactors, and would draw no more power from that pack, which I'm assuming is some sort of safety feature. But what that does basically mean is that my car needs a new high voltage battery. Okay, I'm popping out on the only EV I've got to grab a coffee and some lunch. So when I first bought my Tesla, the idea was I wanted to look after the battery as much as was possible so that hopefully it would last forever, or as close to forever as you can possibly get. My approach to making my battery last for as long as humanly possible has been twofold. So firstly, in order to help keep the battery good for as long as possible, I try to keep it in the sort of middle state of charge as much as possible. So around the sort of 70% end of things, 60–70%. That way I've got enough power to go somewhere, but it's mostly in the middle, which is better for the calendar life of lithium-ion batteries. And the other thing that I tried to do, the second thing, was to not charge the battery up to 100% very often, and to never let it really go below 20%. In fact, most of the time not even below 30%. And that is supposed to help the cycle life of the battery. And then I suppose there's one other thing that I did as well, which is, or tried to do, which is every 6 months or so, I would try and remember to charge it up to 100%, just briefly, so that it can sort of fully balance all the cells. I'm not 100% sure if that is or isn't necessary, and most of the time I did forget to do it. Either way, none of these things really worked. In fact, it seems like what I actually managed to do was, if it helped at all, is make sure that the battery didn't conk out until 3 months after the battery warranty ran out. So yeah, I wanted my battery to last forever, and well, I kind of knew it wouldn't, because the reality is all liquid lithium-ion batteries are going to wear out, and you'll be lucky if you see more than 10 years, and even that's going to require some care and attention from the battery management system. So where does this all leave me and my car? Well, it needs a new high voltage battery. That's what Tesla have said. It will be a refurbished battery, and according to Tesla, it should have the same approximate health and capabilities as my battery did before it clonked out. And crucially, and this is very important, it does come with a 4-year, 50,000-mile warranty on this battery. So it's not like a normal 12-month repair warranty or something. It's a warranty that helps to make me feel like it's reasonable investing in a new battery, because it is a bit of an investment. It's basically like buying half a new car again almost. So let's talk about the cost breakdown a little bit. Well, the estimate that I have had from Tesla was £8,900, not including tax, so not including VAT. So yeah, expensive. I'm quite fortunate because I have got some referral credit left over from Powerwalls, which I'd earned through the original Tesla referral scheme and unfortunately couldn't make use of. So I will be putting that referral credit towards making my new battery a little bit cheaper. Thank God. Otherwise, I don't know if I'd still have a car, to be honest. I might have to, the bicycle might be the permanent main transport. So yeah, I have decided to pay the money, get my car back on the road. The battery on its own basically is £8,100, not including VAT, and then all the, you know, the last sort of £1,800 is basically all of the labour to fit the battery. You need to, the bolts are single use, so you need new bolts to attach the battery into the car. You need a new coolant, of course, because that has to be drained, and then they've got to do a sort of courtesy test drive and stuff. So yeah, that's roughly how things break down. So I just want to quickly say something about why I think it's worth getting done with my car, you know, getting the battery changed. I've had it for 160,000 miles. I've tried to drive it very safely and carefully, and yes, I've hit a few animals, but they've all been sort of, you know, it's all been fixed properly by Tesla, and I know the history of the car. And honestly, I still enjoy it, and it still drives just as well as it did when it was brand new. In fact, better, because the center screen has been upgraded and the software is much more polished and finished. So those are the reasons why I've decided I think it probably is worth the investment to get a new battery in it. And hopefully, I mean, if I get the 50,000 miles out of it, which I hopefully will, touch wood, on that sort of battery warranty, the replacement battery, then I'll be happy, and it will be probably the cheapest way for me to do those 50,000 miles. And also, because it's a nice old Tesla, I have the free supercharging, so, you know, wouldn't get that if I swapped onto another car. Anyway, all right, well, I think that pretty much brings everything to a close. I'm gonna enjoy my coffee and lunch now, do a bit of shopping and then head off home. Well, I hope you've all enjoyed today's video. If you have, remember to leave a like and share it and subscribe if you haven't already, and that way you can see me when I pick up my car, and hopefully it turns up and it's, you know, the conclusion to this story is good and happy. Anyway, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you like. The links are in the description. I want to say a massive thank you to my Patreon supporters. You guys are awesome, and I'll see you all in the next episode of my vlog. Bye.